stick with the focus of our audience. So Gavi, that's Bill and Melinda Gates started Gavi. This is the Vaccine Alliance, Global Vaccine Alliance. And we look into the books here for the USAID payment system, and you can see just from this screenshot here, Gavi, now this is over several years, but $4 billion the USAID was paying to Gavi, and you can go down there a little bit, another $880 million payment. You see the World Health Organization in there, a little over $700 million payment. So there's a lot of money going to really Bill Gates and the World Health Organization. And it's interesting because as soon as Trump suspended the payment system for this 90-day review and Musk moved in, you saw Bill Gates do a media tour, and it sounded like this.
So I'm a little worried, particularly with this USAID stuff. My foundation partners with USAID on nutrition and getting vaccines out. And, there's incredible people. They're not actually worms that work there. So, hopefully we'll get some of that work back in shape. In fact, if we don't, you could have literally millions of deaths.
I mean, we report on this guy all the time, Jeffrey. I think it's questionable whether he does good. There's international lawsuits now against his vaccine programs, accusations of things like sterilization programs going on. There's real questions on whether his polio vaccine program is causing polio. I spoke with Robert Redfield that has some concerns on that. So, but all things being equal, I think one of the conversations that came up, as we all heard when Bill Gates went and met with President Trump at Mar-a-Lago, everyone's like, oh my God, they're buddying up. He's going to start working for Bill Gates again. And there was real concerns in our audience, in our movement. But I would say, if you're just going to read the tea leaves here, after those meetings, President Trump has pulled funding from WHO. He's just shut down USAID for a deep review, which you're about to get into, which clearly none of this works in Bill Gates's favor. So for those of us that were really questioning what happened in that meeting, well, whatever happened, it does not appear that Bill Gates set his hooks into President Trump and has got him on a leash of any kind. In fact, so far, everything seems to be going against Bill Gates's agenda, which is, I think, we're just noting that. Is that the permanent structure? I don't know, but that's what we're recognizing right now.
And Bill Gates is pretty clear character. He's kind of a one-trick pony. Anything that seems to subtly threaten him, you'll see him do a media tour and just go, millions will die, sorry. And then this headline was made on that same interview. Bill Gates says the odds of another pandemic in the next 4 years are 10 to 15%. We're not prepared. So he comes out, people are going to die, another pandemic, basically do not cut my funding. And we saw that during COVID as well, when the vaccine hesitancy was coming. He was kind of playing the same game there. And there's Bill Gates, Mr. Sweater.